I think very deeply like Chris. Like Nas, I'm crowned the best lyricist in the spoken word game, putting shallow-minded poets to shame. Either back to the lab to try to make their material more similar to the material I have. My name is Brother Trav, and I walk the path of the creator. You wonder, how does he come up with these lyrics? It's cause I'm in tune with the spirits. I speak on unity and upliftment, self-love and self-empowerment. To the government, we a slave because they control the way we think and the way we behave. And we gotta abide by all these laws, constitutions, and amendments, so I guess that makes us all dependents of the system. But we become victims when we can't control our own thoughts, concepts, and ideas, and those of us that can are just controlled by our fears, unable to distinguish between fallacy and reality. We could talk about shooting slugs in our brothers, but we shooting blanks when it comes to originality. In actuality, we're casualties of a whole new war that's growing fast, that gives a few of us millions, so we think discrimination and racism are just issues of the past. Past, as in left behind, which we remain, because we make dang good followers, but where are the leaders who will take us there tomorrow? But before we focus on tomorrow, we must focus on the day, so I guess I'll play my part in my own special way. But just like you and you, I'm just a regular guy blessed with courage, strength, and wisdom by G.O.D. the Most High. Unlike B.I.G., I'm not quite ready to die, cause I don't think my mother or my seeds are quite ready to cry. And my mission not quite complete in this lifetime, that's why Brother Trav gonna always continue to kick them conscious rhymes. God put us all here for a reason. I think I realized mine. Have you realized yours? Maybe we can each someday see those pearly doors and golden gates. Cut the grass, reveal the fakes, uncover the mask, reveal the snakes. Life on the earth is the garden of Eden. The masses is hungry, I gotta keep feeding. You thirsty for knowledge? You better start drinking. My people sleepwalking. We need to start thinking. Before we make moves that just prove the statistics, we are heavenly beings with God-like characteristics.
Right, here we have him. My man, Brother Trav, is in the house and he's on the couch chilling with me. And I just want to know, Brother Trav, just tell me a little bit about yourself, man. You know, how'd you get started and everything, and just you know, some things about yourself.
Yeah, man. First of all, thank you for the invite.
Appreciate it. No
nice
problem.
And comfortable set here.
Okay, thank you.
Privileged to be here. My name is Travis Wright. I go by Brother Trav. People know me in the community as Brother Trav.
Okay.
On stage, they know me as Brother Trav, the God Brother.
Okay.
I just celebrated my 55th birthday.
Yeah, man. How did you enjoy yesterday? Yeah. Hey, happy birthday to you, man.
Right. So I'm a guy who was born in 1970.
Okay.
In Augusta, Georgia.
Okay.
My family moved to Atlanta.
Okay.
When I was 2 or 3 years old.
Oh, okay.
And we stayed there until I was middle school age.
Oh, okay.
Or
okay.
maybe 7th grade. Came back with a Davidson Fine Arts.
Okay.
From Davidson, went to Glen Hills High School. Graduated. I played in the drum section in the marching band.
Okay.
And everything.
That's for the music part.
Right. Yeah. Even at Davidson, I kind of messed around a little bit with percussion and stuff like that.
Okay.
Right. So yeah, the music kind of thing has always been there.
Right.
And plus my family is real big in music. My mom and dad, they collected a lot of records and stuff and played a lot of music around the house.
Right.
So I got a lot of love for music. Dad was a jazz collector and things like this. He was the head of what they call Augusta's Jazz Unlimited Club at once.
Wow.
So we got exposed to jazz music at a very young age. I'm the oldest brother. I'm the oldest sibling. 2 sisters under me.
Okay.
1 2 years under me, and the other 20 years under me.
Okay.
Right,
wow.
right,
okay. That's a big deal. 20 years. Yeah.
I would say this. A lot of people, people that even know me, they may not know what I do professionally.
Right.
So I'm going to give a little insight into that. I've always been I went to Augusta Tech.
Okay.
And I took up marketing and management.
Okay.
And so from there, I went into my first retail assistant manager job. I've done management for 25 years.
Wow.
Sales and management.
Wow. That's a long time, man. That's a long
time. I've sold everything from cars to appliances to stereo equipment to now health insurance. I'm a
Okay.
licensed health insurance agent by day.
Cool,
Yeah.
cool.
I'm
Well,
a
man, hey, you got it.
husband,
Right.
father of 3, we would say. My stepdaughter Taylor, who's in Atlanta,
All right.
and then Canaan and Zion.
Okay.
Right.
Okay. So man, you wear a couple of hats or different hats, man.
Yeah,
Had to
it's
be a
just life,
father and
over the time,
right.
you accumulate things.
Exactly. You just kind of learn to roll with it. But man, that's fascinating, man. I mean, to now I know, because I know you personally. I know, and our families are affiliated.
Yeah.
So now that you tell me all this, some things I didn't know. I mean, I knew you did, the poetry thing, but I just didn't know where the background and all that came from, man. But you came from a strong background for family of music.
Right.
And it was similar to mine too. As I was coming up, my mom used to play records and clean the house, and she had all those different Marvin Gayes and just different records she would play. But that's what got me into music. So, our backgrounds are kind of similar with the music thing. Right.
Yeah.
Okay. So here's another question, Brother Trav. Do you feel, like, do you feel like that you are more of a mentor to some, with the positive, outlook and the things that you do? Do you feel like you're a mentor? Or if anybody ever asked you to be a mentor to anybody, like any young ones coming up?
Absolutely.
That's trying to do what you want, trying to do what you do?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I would definitely have to take upon the title of being a mentor.
Okay.
And that's something, honestly, Jason, that I had to maybe say even come to terms with. I think when I was a lot younger, people were already starting to see me in that light.
Okay.
And maybe I wasn't willing to accept that responsibility.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Young man, I got flaws of my own.
Right. Exactly. How can I tell you what?
Perfect type of dude, or whatever, you know what I'm saying? So I kind of would fall back from it. And one of the things when I was a lot younger, I always just wanted to be one of the guys, just accepted like everybody else. I'm a common person, just like everyone.
Right, exactly.
Right, and I didn't ever want to be put up on some type of a pedestal or somebody looking up at me.
You just wanted to get in where you fit in.
I wanted to kind of be amongst the population.
Okay.
If average was average, I wanted to be average. You know what I'm saying? I didn't want to stand out. But I couldn't help it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, exactly.
I just was being me, and I'm still just me.
Right.
Authentically.
Right. Okay.
And for some reason, it seems to draw people in a certain way.
They see that in you.
I carry myself a certain way, and it's just natural for me to give advice or to share things with young people, especially young men.
Exactly.
There's not an opportunity that in my sister and stuff, they would probably look at this and giggle, because there's never really any opportunity that I'm not around my nieces and nephews and younger cousins and things like this, that I don't take the time to pull them young guys aside.
Okay.
And even if it's a cookout, it could be a whole thing going on.
We're
gonna be around the side of the building, and I'm gonna be in their head. And I'm gonna be in their ears, you know what I'm saying? Just to kind of see where they're at. And to plant seeds.
Right. Positive. Man, I like that. I like that about you, Trav. And I've always seen positive in you. Always been a positive dude. Seem like your spirit, the spirit. And you always had a positive spirit. So I'm glad to hear that, man. That you're able to plant seeds in these young men that are trying to come up, because it's so tough on them. It's real tough on us. Tough on them. That's generation anyway.
Tougher, much tougher than we had.
Yes.
Much tougher than we had.
Exactly.
The things that are out there that they're able to basically get into. Just so much accessibility.
And it's so easy for them to do it
when we were young.
It's so easy. It's easy to get in trouble, but hard to get out. But okay, well, I already know your father. Your father would have been probably an inspiration for you. But who inspired you to do what you do? Is there anybody that you like kind of favor? Like, say, hey man, I wanna I want to be like that guy, you know,
Not
when I.
not exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Not exactly. I would just say that you know, I always say what you take in is what you put out.
Okay.
You know, it's almost like your diet. You know,
Right.
however
Right.
you eat, same thing
Right.
with the
What you get
TV,
out.
with whatever you take in, whatever you listen to
Yeah.
is what you put out.
Right.
And I'm a child of hip hop from the
Yes.
golden age.
Right.
And I always like to name KRS-One as probably
Okay.
one of my biggest
Right.
influences when
He
it
has
comes to
songs like poetry and all that.
hip hop,
Yes.
because
Yes.
he's
Yes.
not only is he a lyricist, but he also, and he let me know that this is okay.
Yeah.
He coined a term called edutainment,
Okay.
and I always try to use that
Okay.
in my artistic career.
Right.
And if you break down the word edutainment, is education and entertainment.
Exactly.
Because for the most part, I think we've kind of gotten into a point in our society to where we feel like these things have to be separated.
Mm-hmm.
Like they can't be both.
Both.
Either
Right.
you're gonna go learn something or you're gonna be
Entertainers. Right. Well,
Which one?
why you couldn't be both? Right. Exactly.
We come from that age where,
Right,
you know,
exactly.
think about it, all the shows that we had. I mean,
Yeah.
we watched Fat Albert on Saturdays,
Yeah.
and they always had a lesson to it.
Yeah.
We
At
watched
the end of the
Cosby
show.
It was always like the moral of the story
Yep.
is, you know what I'm saying?
Yep, exactly.
And we were being entertained, but at the same time, we
time,
were being educated.
Educated.
So I try to do the same in my art.
Okay. That's cool. That's dope. That's dope. I like that. What type of work have you done in the community, or you know, what are some things that you have done so far in the community?
In the community,
Mhm.
I will say this: I am a founding member of a group called Band of Brothers Augusta.
Okay.
Band of Brothers Augusta. Now we're probably 12 guys that started out. This is our 10th year here.
Okay.
Right, and we started out for the purpose of putting together Augusta's Juneteenth festival.
Okay.
And
That's
so
big. That's pretty
we do
big.
that annually. So now coming up next year is going to be our 10th.
Wow.
So anniversary event coming up. We draw 20,000 people now annually on whatever day that June 19th falls. And so we're really proud of that. But along with doing Juneteenth, we also wanted to, because there's 364 more days out of the year other than Juneteenth. So what we try to do, because all the guys in the group, we're all professionals. I would say many of us are business owners. Most of us are parents, and, you know, maybe even grandparents. And we just try to use our influence positively in the community. So we do take on mentorship roles and things like that. People will, you know, we're actually in, I would say this, brother, like we're actually in desperate times now. And so it's not strange for someone to come in our Facebook inbox for Band of Brothers and say, hey, I'm a single mom. I got a 15-year-old. I don't know what to do with them. And us guys are coming together and be like, okay, you got the time. You know what I'm saying? You got the energy, you got the resource. He on your side of town, boom, boom. And we try to do that. You know, try to like get with them. You know what I'm saying? Get with them guys, because I think they're all relatable in a way. The young guys are. They're relatable in a way, but like I said earlier, there's like so much negative influence out there that they just need to see the other side.
That's it.
They need to see the other side.
Exactly.
And, you know, guys like us, we may have been privileged. We probably looked at it as normal, but we may have been privileged.
Exactly.
Like strong father figures.
I'm cut from a different cloth, man.
Strong father figures in our lives that were positive. And then just the men in our community. My dad had friends. And all his friends were positive. All his friends were business owners and making strong moves and things like this. And they all took the time with me to pull me aside when I was 10 years old and have a 5-minute conversation.
Exactly. So man. That's awesome what y'all do. Hey man, y'all keep up the good work, man. Y'all keep up the good work, because like I said, this generation is so lost, man, and they would rather go with something negative than go to something positive because, like I said, that's all they probably know. But y'all showing them something different. That is so awesome.
Right.
Man.
I think
we need more of us like y'all to more of us black men, and to help out too, man. So
right. And you can do it individually. It doesn't have to be. You don't have to be part of a group. You can do this individually.
Right.
And many of us do, but you don't really recognize that you're calling.
Right.
You don't label yourself as a mentor, but you have sons, nieces, nephews that look up to you. Yep. And as long as you kind of walk a line, they will notice that.
Right, and they'll follow in. Because like I said, you never know who's watching. You never know who's watching you, man. And people be like, it's crazy. Because I never notice it. And people be like, man, I look up to you, man. I'm just like, wow, that's crazy. But I never knew he was watching.
Yeah.
But so you have to always kind of be mindful of yourself, and like you said, walk that line. And and people will just most time they'll just follow right in, But okay, well, where's some spots in Augusta that you recommend? That you showcase sometimes. Showcase your talents. Is there some spots here in Augusta that you kind of recommend us to go to kind of check you out? And
I would say this. Over the years, I've done a lot.
Okay.
I've done a lot.
Okay, so
I'm 25 years in to doing and hosting spoken word.
Okay.
And open mic shows and things like this in the Augusta, Georgia area.
Right.
And so now I'm kind of like at that, if the slope goes up like this, I'm kind of like this.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But I would say my spoken word show that people will know from me is called Verbal Therapy.
Verbal Therapy.
Yeah, and that's the open mic show that I've done from time to time, and I bring back from time to time.
Okay.
At times it's been a weekly thing. Other times it's been a monthly thing, and it always jumps around from venue to venue. Just last week this past weekend had a verbal therapy pop-up show.
Okay.
I hadn't hosted a show in probably a year or so.
Oh, okay.
And we did a pop-up.
That was cool.
At Fresh Take Grocery.
Okay.
Yeah, and it was a verbal therapy pop-up show. It was spoken word and poetry meets house music.
Oh,
so
okay.
Just kind of bringing the people a little something different. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But that's my show. It's,
okay.
I recommend you to probably have the people follow me on Facebook at
Okay, I was going to ask you that. What platform that you have that you can share? You can share it. Just look at the camera and let them know.
Maybe type it out on the screen.
Yeah.
Uprise Events and Entertainment. That's UPRISE. Uprise Events and Entertainment on Facebook. Because whenever we are doing something, this is where we publicize it.
Okay. Okay. So because that way, people can know where you're at. You know what I'm saying, and come check you out.
Yeah.
And that'll be better for you. And but that's why I say I let you, share your platform, man, and get it out there because the man is dope now. The man he's nice now. He's nice. So come check him out.
There is a regular event that we have been hosting. When I say me, I mean Uprise is me and my wife.
Okay, okay. So she's involved also.
Yeah, she's involved just as much as I am.
Okay.
And what we have been doing regularly for probably the past 3 years is every second Tuesday, we have this event at Icon Cigar Lounge.
I know what that's.
And it's called Hidden Gems Social Session.
Oh, okay.
And it's a spinoff of a radio show that we had that ran.
Oh,
we had an internet.
Seems like I remember something about that.
Yeah.
I do remember that y'all had one a little while back. I do remember that.
We had an internet radio show that ran for I think we were on the air for about 7 years.
Wow.
A weekly Sunday from 2 to 4.
Yeah, because I think I was doing music at the time.
Yeah.
Gospel music at the time.
Right.
And I think I was trying to get in contact, but I do remember y'all having that radio show, and I wanted to put some songs on there, see if y'all was gonna spin some for me.
We would play.
I would have.
We would play a variety of music.
Right.
What we would try to always make sure we played what they call indie music.
Right.
So not artists that are like signed to these big labels,
right,
but maybe artists like you
right. Come
or
on, that were coming
up-and-coming
up.
artists
Right.
who a lot of people don't know. And we played a lot of international music as well.
Okay. Okay.
Jazz
Y'all might need to
music,
get
hip
back
hop
into that, man,
music.
because I mean, if it lasted that long,
Yeah.
it had some success, you know.
It definitely.
Right.
At one time on an episode, we would have 100,000 listeners across the globe. Across the globe. I mean, people would be chiming in from Europe
y'all might. Hey,
and the
man.
African countries and things like this.
Right.
It was a lot of fun, but after a while, anything starts to feel like a job.
Yeah.
And then you kind of got to take
kind of get away. I mean, yeah, you're right. You're right. You kind of right on that. But that was nice. Like I said, I do remember y'all having that because I was gonna try to get in contact with y'all.
So to build off of that, when we stopped doing the radio show, we decided to make it a live in-person event.
Okay.
You know, because it's cool to have 100,000, 10,000 people listening, but you can't see them or touch them.
Right.
Well,
y'all made it available.
We would bring 20 people in, 25 people in on a monthly basis, play the same kind of variety of music. And now we see how it influences those people live, whether it makes them dance or bob their head or
how they react,
fingers or even just be background music for them as they talk.
Right, exactly.
And so part of our radio show was there was a part of the show called our topic of the week. So now we do a topic of the month.
Topic of the month.
Live.
Okay.
Right. And so we bring the microphones in, cordless mics and stuff like that. And I'll choose a certain topic. I mean, it can be anywhere from Kendrick Lamar versus Drake.
Right.
Or it can be something serious about the state of the educational system in Richmond County or something like this. We might bring in a couple of commissioners or some professionals and things like this, and just let the microphone go around because people like to, I say they like to give their 2 cents. They like to.
They always got an opinion.
That's what social media is.
It's an opinion. Yeah, your opinion.
That's what social media is.
Exactly.
It's me being able to comment my opinion on something, and then people come under me and give their 2 cents.
Give their 2 cents. Right.
So we're doing that live and in person at the social session.
Oh, that's
every
nice.
second
that's
Tuesday.
Nice. That's nice.
Yeah.
Hey, I was gonna ask you too, man. I mean, I know you do the poetry thing and stuff. I was gonna ask you, had anything that you can spit kind of short, or do you have anything? Do you have anything? If not, we'll hold it and we'll save that. We'll save it if we don't. If you don't right now.
Maybe you can go into my YouTube archives and pull something and play it.
Okay, definitely. We'll definitely do that. We'll definitely do that. Like I said, I really want them to know. How, you know what I'm saying? I really want them to know your talent. And how to get in contact with you and all that. So, but I was, just asking. It's okay. You okay? What's a message, for someone young lady or young man that's trying to come up and they kind of want to do some of the things you do, or just any advice that you can give them or let them know how to get started or anything like that, or because I know probably some young folks out there that's trying this same thing, wanting to get into the poetry and because really poetry is almost like another form of hip hop, like rap. If you can rap, poetry is like but
you take the beat out,
right? Exactly.
Right.
And I'm talking about, man. But if it's any advice you can give them, what would you tell them? Or
I would say, for one, master your craft. Master your craft.
Okay.
Become the best that you can be.
Okay.
And never stop getting better.
Right.
Even me, 25 years in, I still listen to myself and
critique,
and I critique, and I say I could have done this better. I could have done
I'm my
this
biggest
better.
critic
Let me
too.
Start to do it this way,
right,
and make changes and things like that. So that's very important. One is to master your craft. Two is to ask yourself why, because I'm going to ask them why. Why do you want to do this?
Okay.
Because you have to know. You have
Right.
to know the answer to that question.
Right.
Especially because sometimes when you say people might want to do what I do,
Mm-hmm.
yes, I'm an artist,
Mm-hmm.
but moreover, also I'm a promoter.
Okay, at the
that
same time.
organizes and hosts shows and puts
Right, right.
shows
It's not
and events and things
you're
like
out of the.
this.
It's not just a box. It's multiple.
Right.
It's
And
multiple
so
things.
sometimes people will want to do this.
Right.
And that's where it's very important that you ask yourself why.
Right.
Why do I want to do this?
Mm-hmm.
Because it's not as easy or glamorous as it looks.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
It's not as easy or glamorous as
Exactly.
it looks. Even podcasting.
Yes.
I've done podcasts.
Right. Right.
Art school with Brother Trav. I've done, over the years, I've done podcasting.
Okay.
And it's not as easy as it looks.
Exactly.
Right.
Exactly.
This is when it's like lights, camera, action.
Bam. Yeah.
Bam. It looked like showtime to everybody.
Right.
But it don't see that you got your producer, your
right. You don't see you behind the scenes,
the lighting and all this stuff costs
right.
money, the camera,
right?
You know what I'm saying? And
exactly.
then you having to maybe interrupt something you might have had going on
mm-hmm.
because now you got to go to work.
That's right.
You see what I'm saying?
That's right.
So there's sacrifices that come along with it.
Exactly.
And in my line of work, being in the entertainment and promoting business,
mm-hmm.
I'm having to deal with other business owners. I'm having to deal with venue owners.
mm-hmm.
I'm club owners.
Right, right.
Right. And these kinds of things like this. And it's not all that is cut out.
Right. It ain't all peaches and cream. Y'all know it ain't all peaches and cream.
It ain't all peaches.
It's more to it. It's more to it.
It's more to it.
So
we never just stop doing a show.
Right, right.
Just think of that. Like, because people be like, man, you used to do this show at such and such place.
mm-hmm.
Why you stop doing this? Man, y'all could have kept going. We never just stop doing the show.
Right.
Just know that.
Right, right. And then most time it's levels.
It's
chapters and levels and
politics.
Right.
And
things you have to do.
There's a lot of what's happening behind the scenes.
Exactly.
They don't get to see when it's like camera action.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, Brother Trav, it's been so good to have you here on this show, man. And I was so excited to have you here, man. And to sit down and just chop it up and
glad to be here.
and I thank you for stopping by, man. And like I said, happy belated birthday again.
Mm-hmm.
And God has blessed you to do all these things, man.
Yes.
And He's continued to bless you. And like I said, I thank you for stopping by. And don't let this be the last time you stop by either, man. So you're always welcome.
There's something that I want to.
You want to go ahead? You can go ahead
before we leave here.
Okay.
Because I don't know if you didn't ask about it, so maybe you don't know.
Okay. Well, if I didn't, the floor is yours.
Okay. So a lot of what drives me now
mm-hmm.
is because I am living what they call a purpose-driven life.
Okay.
I understood that I was here for a purpose when God saved my life.
Okay.
So back in 2013, so now it's 12 years
mm-hmm.
in, something like this.
Mm-hmm.
I suffered what they call an aortic dissection, which essentially means my aorta started to expand enough to where the walls would shred inside of my chest cavity. So essentially I'm bleeding out internally. I lost the movement in that left leg. I fell over and, and medical emergency, and the ambulance came. I'm just making the story short now.
Right.
Ambulance came and took me to what we call MCG at that time. And they couldn't do anything for me or with me or anything like that. It's a race against time at this point because I'm bleeding out internally.
Wow.
But I don't understand what's happening.
Right.
I just know.
You're just going through it. You just don't know.
Yeah, I don't know
what you're going through.
I don't know what's happening. I just know I can't move my leg and I feel some discomfort right here.
Okay.
So and I know you have a God-based, Christian-based platform.
Yeah.
So I want to use this opportunity to brag on God.
Okay.
Right?
Hey, go ahead, man.
To brag on God.
Go ahead. If he's speaking through you, go ahead.
Absolutely. So the nurse that was on duty,
mm-hmm.
she asked me a question. She said, "Do you believe in God?" I never had anyone at a hospital or
Right, they
any
ask you a
medical
question that way.
profession
Right,
ask me
just to
about
ask you out
God.
of the blue.
'Cause
Yeah.
they normally don't blend
No.
medicine and spirituality. That's something else they kind of keep separate.
Right.
Right. But when she asked me that question, I knew it was serious. She said, "Do you believe in God?" I said, "Yeah, I believe in God."
Mm-hmm.
And then she said, "Okay, I need you to have all the faith you ever had right now." And she grabbed me by the hands, and this lady started praying out loud, just praying to the Most High. I mean,
Yes, just
she was going
letting
in.
it go.
She was going in, and came out of that, and now I'm really more nervous.
Right.
You know what I'm
like, what's
saying?
going on?
Like, really, what's
Right,
happening? And then she
right.
said, "Okay, here's what's getting ready to happen. We're getting ready to put you on a helicopter, airlift you to Atlanta, Georgia, the Emory Hospital for emergency surgery." So much time to think. And this is when I kind of realized, because I'm a kind of person that always asks why. Even as a kid, my parents joke and say, your first word was why. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Like, why is this? Like, being curious.
Right. And so, why me? Why, Lord? Like, why?
Why you chose me?
And then I would deal with something that's called survivor's remorse, to where, why did he choose to save me?
Right.
But other people didn't get saved.
Right. Well, now, is that condition, was that something that other people have went through before? Or was something kind of like out of the blue or new or?
Well, it's something that is not very common.
Right. That's what I was trying to get at. Yeah.
But it's probably more common than you think.
Okay.
People know about heart attacks, strokes, and this kind of thing.
Right.
And really, and I'm going to say it, what brought it upon me was having untreated high blood pressure.
Okay.
So I'm walking around all day. I wasn't taking any medication or anything like this.
Right.
And I had high blood pressure. And so my pressure got so high to where,
wow.
And if you think about it, think about a water hose, a garden hose.
Exactly.
And you got a nozzle on the end.
That's right.
And you turn the nozzle off, but you turn the faucet on high.
Right, and it's just expanding.
So eventually,
right, that hose is gonna go to the weakest point, and wherever it's at, it's gonna expand.
That's exactly what happened to me.
Wow, did not know that. So
nutshell.
You are a true testimony.
Right,
man.
even my doctor, even my surgeon, even the man that saved my life calls me a miracle.
Wow.
He's like, yeah, you're a miracle. And even now to this day, I'm his longest surviving patient.
That went through that type of
that he had operated.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm his longest surviving patient.
That's something, man. Yeah, we could have lost you,
every
man.
day,
I mean,
I could have been gone.
Yeah, we could have lost you,
I could have been gone.
And how old were you at the time? Do you
40
something? Yeah, 40. Okay, yeah, young 42. Man. That's young.
God saved me.
Yeah. Yeah, you a true testimony.
True
testimony, y'all.
Yeah,
true testimony. I never knew that.
Yeah, so I'm here.
But everybody has their story. But I never knew that. And I didn't think to bring that up. I didn't know.
I wrote a piece about it.
Okay.
And I've got a video for it.
Okay, so definitely.
So I'll make sure I send you that.
Yeah,
one too.
Send me that too, man. Because like I said, I never heard that was something I never heard of.
Yeah.
Just bleeding internal. Like I never heard of that. But that blood pressure can be a silent killer.
That's what they call
for those who have high blood pressure, please take your medicine regularly.
Go see your
please
doctors.
Take it. See your doctors and do what you got to do.
Regular, hard-headed dude. Regular hard. You know how those guys are.
I know how we are, man. I don't see no doctors. Yeah, I don't like hospitals and I don't like doctors.
Yeah, we ain't going to get annual checkups or physical.
Exactly.
Nothing. They give us prescription, we ball that thing.
Bang up, and don't even think nothing of it.
Don't even think nothing of it.
You're right. You're exactly right, man. But you are a true testimony, man.
Yeah, thank you for
and anybody can, hey,
allowing me to share.
This man's a true testimony.
Yeah.
And like I said, and God, he's not done with you. That's all. He's just not finished with you. And you got more things to do.
Yeah.
More places to go.
I feel it.
You know what I'm saying? And so he's not done, man. That's why you didn't leave here. He's not done with you.
Right.
That's what I feel. I always feel that, when somebody like near death like that, I always feel like God's not done with them.
Yeah, he's in the blessing business.
Oh yeah. All the time. All the time.
I don't chase opportunities anymore.
Right.
God brings them to me.
That's right.
God brings them to my door.
Right. That's
Like me being here.
That's right. That's right. All you gotta do is ask. That's all you have to do is ask.
That
He
was
will
a rhyme,
provide.
huh?
Yeah, it was.
I don't chase opportunities anymore. God brings them right to my door.
That's right. That's right. That's a lie. You got to keep that one.
Bam.
Exactly. And like I say, Brother Trav, you are always welcome here. And thank you, man, for
sir.
stopping by.
Thanks for
your busy time, your busy day, your schedule. Thank you for stopping by, man, and just showing some love and giving us some knowledge and and just sharing what you do, man. And keep up the good work.
I appreciate it.
And hey, you got my support, bro.
You too.
And we out.
You too.
Got your
Keep it up.
conversation.
Peace.
Peace out.
Dear God, sincerely. Dear God, sincerely, it's me again. You said I could call on you when I need a friend. You promised to be by my side through this walk called life. I know you're busy, Lord, but I need to talk. I remember we used to talk way back in the day. At bedtime every night from my knees I'd pray. I learned to say grace before every meal. Never saw your face, somehow knew you were real. After all, who could create all existence from one lump of clay? Who could take the darkness of night and turn it into day? Who could fill deserts with sand? Who created oceans and seas? Who populated the earth with animals and trees? The majesty of the whale and the slithering of the snake, and the wrath of tornadoes, hurricanes, and earthquakes. Now, though I may not quote verses all precise and exact, I know of your greatness, God. Who but you could do all that? And I may not practice rituals in ways that's traditional. I guess I'm less religious and more like spiritual. And I may not always take time to give thanks. Dear God, I know I gotta do better. But that's why I decided to sit here and write you this letter. First of all, thank you for letting me live to see age 43. And thank you for my 2 healthy seeds that look just like me. Thank you for blessing me with unique talents, ideas, and gifts. You're an awesome God, I do believe that. No maybes, doubts, or ifs. Awesome because you blessed me with the most beautiful and supportive wife. Then you turned around and tested my faith by nearly taking my life. April 7th, 2013, a date I'll never forget. I still get emotional whenever I recollect. I was the perfect picture of health one day, so at least I thought. The next day, I'm fighting the toughest fight that I've ever fought. Ambulance ride, 911 emergency. Airlifted by copter for an 8-hour surgery. Anesthesia and sedatives, I'm seeing crazy visions. Woke up 4 days later with a torso full of incisions. I had an aortic dissection, a femoral bypass, and a fasciotomy, as one doctor told it. To put it in simple terms, my aorta exploded. Blood flow completely cut off. Nearly lost my left leg. Tubes and bags everywhere. I'm laying in a hospital bed. Nurses with needles, CAT scans, x-rays. The worst pain I've ever endured in 22 days. Hours of rehab and rehabilitation. The road to recovery equals self-determination. It was then you spoke to me, Lord, and I had plenty time to listen. You reminded me of my purpose, outlined my mission. My life could have been gone in an instant, but death wasn't my fate. God already knew you were good, but now I know that you're great. You brought me through a terrible storm, saved me to see a new day. I promise to always praise you, Lord, and never go astray. And I guess I'm still less religious and more like spiritual, but when people lay their eyes on me, they'll be looking at a miracle. I was once in the darkness, Lord, but now I can see clearly. I wrote this letter to say thanks. Dear God, sincerely. And so I just want to take the time to tell the brothers to please go to the hospital. Please go get treated. Please know your status. We lead in every category as far as health is concerned. Hypertension is the main category that we lead in. And you would also see where we lead in cancer, lung disease, is so many things, and once you look at those statistics, you'll see that we are losing the men of our society due to us having bad health. And so this is something that we can prevent for the most part, just basically by knowing your status, going to the physicians on a regular basis and taking the medications. But I'm asking you to do this as a favor to yourself and to your loved ones. We need to be here. We've got to be here. We've got to be here on earth for our loved ones and family members. Everyone's here for a purpose. And if we don't continue to take our medications and treat our bodies as our temples, as God so ordained, we will not be here to fulfill that purpose. And so, if you could please, I'm asking you to please take the time to always take care of your health on a regular, everyday basis. Eat properly, rest properly. Don't play quite so hard. I know how we are, brothers. I'm talking to you. And let's just take the time to take care of our bodies.